You've tuned in to the Crispy Noodle Podcast
You realize what you've done?
with Rich Liebig
A real gangster plays his cards, right?
and Michael Costanzo.
What was that you just read?
Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news.
Good times, noodle salad.
The point is, you now have the ability to be happy.
And now, here's Rich and Mike on the Crispy Noodle Podcast.
Woo! Yeah! How you guys doing?
What's up, everybody?
It is time for this week's episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Let us be the Crispy Noodle in your vegetarian salad of life and boring news. We've got sports, we've got entertainment, we've got odd news, all coming your way in this meal for your mind. That is the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. We are ready to go. We are marching ever more confidently into the end of August and the end of summer, which I cannot wait for. I'm ecstatic. I'm like, I don't know if you felt this, because I feel like we had that first break here in Philadelphia where it dipped below, like it was like around 80 on Sunday, I think.
Yeah.
So like we had that first little glimmer of like, ooh, maybe that autumn will arrive.
It's been kind of nice.
Will that autumn wind arrive here in Philadelphia?
It's been kind of nice. And yeah, I don't want to get our hopes up, because you know that we're going to be slammed by like a 90-degree heat wave in the middle of September randomly.
Yeah.
You know?
This is what I told Rachel. What usually tends to happen is like July is heat everywhere. July is just heat. You can't get away from it. Then like August and September is usually like a heat balance.
Yeah.
If there's a lot of heat waves in August, September hits and it's usually autumn on time. But if there's like a tease of autumn in August, we get payback.
We're screwed.
We get payback in September, and I feel like that's what we're leaning towards here.
Yeah.
The heat balance has not been dealt with.
Yeah, there will be equilibrium in
Am I wrong? Am I weird?
No. I think you're right.
Thank you.
I think it makes sense.
Thank you. Welcome to my TED Talk. This is heat. I don't like it.
Heat balance by
There's a
Rich,
heat balance.
Heat balance by Rich Liebig.
Yeah. There's a heat balance. I don't like it.
That was brilliant.
Thank you. Anyway, other than the heat balance, Mikey, my friend, how you doing? What do you want to bring up before we get into news topics at hand?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. You know, not really much has happened. I've been very busy with my puppy. He just got neutered, so it's been like adjusting to the new way of doing things. He's wearing the cone. He's got this little tiny bodysuit. You got to unclip every day when he's got to go out. It's like a whole thing.
Yeah, it's time for the you got. Well, you know what, the body. If you have the full bodysuit, that's better than the cone. I feel like
we have both, because he's so small. Nothing fits him correctly. So like the bodysuit is so baggy. I like he can wriggle his head into like the leg hole. So we're like, okay, we'll put the cone on to stop him from getting in there, but we'll keep the bodysuit on just to keep the area clean in general, because he loves rolling around on the ground, and I'm just like, he's a disaster. Accidentally underfed him by a lot because I didn't understand how canned food worked. That was a mistake. It's not.
What'd you do?
Well, because we feed him a specific amount of grams of dry food, right? Because of his size. So I was like, okay, so we feed him, whatever it is, 45, 50 grams of dry food. So we give him 45, 50 grams of wet food. But I didn't realize there was a calorie difference. So we were like cutting his caloric intake by like 70%.
Oh my god!
But it was only for 2 meals, and then after I realized that, I was like, oh no! So
you put your dog on a hunger strike.
He was so pleasant because he was hungry.
Yeah, because he probably realized like, oh my gosh, you're gonna take away my food.
Take away my food. So after that, we gave him a nice big meal, and he attacked it like he'd never seen food before, because I guess the previous 2 meals he had it.
Hold the ball higher. Hold the ball higher. Oh no!
So yeah, so that was fun. But so that's what I've been doing. I also enjoyed today. Starbucks came out with their fall flavors. So depriving my dog of food, but I went and I got my fat ass Starbucks.
Wow, what a transition.
I did not get pumpkin spice. They have a banana bread latte.
What the hell?
And it was really good.
Good for you.
I like a tasty coffee. What can I say? Banana bread latte. I thought it was delicious. I don't know about you. I think you should try one. Do you like banana bread?
I mean, to a degree, but I don't want it in what coffee. Like, I don't want
To
like
a degree.
I don't want coffee banana. I just want coffee.
No, it's flavored like banana bread.
Can I just have coffee?
No.
No,
You have the fancy coffee. We're in fancy coffee world now.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
I still want regular coffee. I want coffee. I want my coffee pot. I want 10 cups of coffee.
10?
Yes. Oh my God. I didn't tell you this. Wait a minute.
Oh,
Actually,
geez.
speaking of coffee,
So, all right.
I got even better news for you. I got a second set of the Ninja filter for my coffee pot.
Ninja filter.
Yeah. So I have a Ninja coffee pot.
Okay.
I got another filter. You don't have. I mean, you can use the disposable filters if you want, but the Ninjas come with their own coffee filter.
Okay.
I got a second and a third set of it, so now I can just keep brewing all day long, baby. Woo! Yeah.
So how many times do you fill? Wait, I don't understand. Why do you need multiple filters? Don't you just empty out the one and put new?
Yeah, but it kind of gets like grimy. Like,
So you just want a hot swap.
yes,
You just want to
this
go.
is a pure hot
I
swap.
don't have time to clean this. You just hurl it into the sink. You throw in the new one. Boom, more coffee grounds. Brew.
This is like a pit stop on caffeine. Yes.
How many cups are you drinking?
A good amount. Because it's me and
he gave no answer.
No, I don't, because I have no idea. Because it's me and Rachel at home, and we're
Okay,
and
how
there's
many-
some days.
How many filters do you go through a day?
At most we've done 2. We haven't done all 3. I think if we did all 3, I think we're gonna
That
have a
would
heart
be
attack.
that would be a problem.
Yeah,
That would be a problem.
yeah.
2 filters.
Yeah,
And I know
back
you're
to back.
you're making full pots.
Yeah, full pots.
So it's like 12 cups.
Around there, yeah. Might
Oh.
be. It's probably a little bit less because if it's something
They,
else.
they say a 6-ounce cup, but I know you're doing like big cups.
Yeah, and also too, if you actually fill the water all the way up to 12, I feel like it has a tendency to leak because I did that one time and it over leaked. So I'm like, no, I'll do 10,
Okay.
just to be safe. I don't want to.
So
not want to clean up spilled coffee.
hypothetically at most, you two have had 20 cups of coffee, hypothetically. 6-ounce cups. So 120 ounces.
in
of
like
coffee.
in like a 24-hour span,
Okay.
maybe.
That's,
Yes.
that's impressive. You should go for the Guinness World Record.
No, we just love coffee. and there's some mornings too, like we're both in the mood for like we.
You want a big cup of coffee?
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
need it. You need just the morning's not going right, or you're just not 100% awake. Yeah, you need a lot of coffee.
That's fair. I make I'm not one to talk. I make myself like a 16-ounce iced coffee every single morning, and then I make another one later in the day.
Yeah, but
So-
you got that. You got like your own coffee island.
I do. I have my little coffee island.
Yeah,
I've got
you
my-
basically could be a barista if you turned it. Why don't you turn your coffee island around and you could be like a little barista?
I can take orders.
Order,
Yeah.
Michael.
I really want to try an espresso machine, but I just am too cheap
Can you?
to commit
You
like
need-
$500 to it.
You need to do a skit where you
I
are
serve-
your own
I serve
barista.
myself coffee.
Yeah,
I'll be like, "Hi, can I take your order?" And then I order my obnoxious.
yeah,
I'll have a venti iced oat milk latte
yeah,
with 3 pumps of this and 2 pumps of that, and
yeah. And then
then
order,
the barista me just rolls his eyes. And, okay,
order, Michael, and then just run around. Oh, that's me. Thank you. You're gonna do it.
I could do it. I could do it.
Anyway, yeah, there you go. We're wildly off track here to start off the show. That's our personal bit. We like to let you know a little personal story or tidbit or something in our daily lives before we hop right into the news. And it's probably a good thing that we do that because we've got some news topics that are relatively important. So we're going to dive into them right now. The first batch of topics, though, revolve around sports. So without further ado, let's go into the sports sampler.
It's time for the Sports Sampler.
So you're not good at sports. It's a very small part of life. Sports. In your face.
All right, but I want to dive into this college football NFL thing first.
Okay.
This is wild to me that this is a possibility here. We have 2 NFL players here who were cut during NFL training camp. We're going to talk about these 2 guys, Cleveland's Dae'Quan Wright and New Orleans' Zxavian Harris. I'm going to go with that. These are wild names. There you go. That's the best I'm going to go with. So here's the process of what happened. They both were playing at Ole Miss. They decided to jump to the pros, see if they could. They decided to see if they could make it onto an NFL roster. They declared themselves for the draft. They didn't get drafted, but then what tends to happen is there's undrafted free agents,
Right.
and you get picked up that way.
Right.
And during the offseason, teams can have up to like 90 players because you're just trying to see who's going to fill out the depth chart.
Right. They have roster cuts down to specific numbers at certain days, and you whittle it down. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, other than the guaranteed money stars,
Right.
you don't know who the other bottom 20 members of your team's going to be.
Right.
Everybody has to earn their spot if you're talking about that level of player on the roster. So I guess Dae'Quan Wright and Zxavian Harris here were that had their eye on the star. They thought they were wishing that this was going to be the case, that they were going to make an NFL roster. But unfortunately, in the preseason, this is when we start trimming down the rosters. They did not make it. They were both cut. Dae'Quan Wright by the Browns and Zxavian Harris by the Saints. But in a weird twist, as this is going on, there was a court order that was ruled down that allowed certain athletes to still remain to have a 5th year of eligibility with their college. And this has just thrown a monkey wrench into everything. It used to be all or nothing, right? It used to be, whether or not you were a sophomore or junior or senior, whether or not you were redshirted or not, it used to be, hey, if you're going to declare yourself for the pros, that's your gamble.
Right.
Good luck. But there was no ability to come back.
Right.
That was kind of the risk that you took if you declared yourself for the draft, or if you got an offer by an NFL team. But now, in this weird era of NIL, and players are sort of employees but not quite, or are they contractors? Like, everything is just muddled ground now. And because of that, it is ruled now that these two players, even though they were once members of an NFL roster, technically they were. Technically, they wore an NFL uniform. They both have Dae'Quan Wright has a Browns uniform.
Yeah.
Somewhere in his closet, and Zxavian Harris has a New Orleans Saints outfit in his closet. They are going to return to college, and they're going to join Lane Kiffin, their old coach from Ole Miss. Instead, he's now at LSU, and they are going back there. The ruling does say that in order for them to regain their college eligibility, they have to terminate all pro contracts. Well, the teams did that for them, so they're fine there. And they have to repay any pro earnings, which I'm sure is worth it for them to get more football experience, even if it's at the college level.
Right.
But it just seems like this is like a major loophole that these two are exploiting. This is something that I'm pretty sure has never been done before. We've never had players go pro and come back. That doesn't happen. That is supposed to be your gamble. If you try it.
I mean, I don't know the entirety of the history of the NCAA.
I'm like 99% sure that's never happened.
I've never heard of it in my lifetime. I don't know if there's some weird scenario, maybe during wartime, where
during wartime.
But like also, teams merged during wartime, during World War II. So like, I don't know. I'm not saying it never happened. I'm just saying
I'm 99% sure it's never happened.
Highly unlikely that it ever happened. So according to the AP article on this, the ruling specifically guarantees college players 5 years of eligibility. This was in an effort to stop the redshirting thing, where players could have 5, 6, 7 years or more playing for a school as long as they stayed redshirted, right?
Yeah.
So they're like, no, it's a hard and fast 5. Well, now some players only got 4. They're like, okay, well, if we're guaranteed 5, where's our 5th year? So they're trying to go back. The problem with this is that because of the way that college football is set up, each conference can kind of make their own rules pertaining to this. And this is the next wrinkle here, is these two guys are trying to go back, joining the roster at LSU. Some conferences in NCAA are not liking this potential new trend.
No.
The Big Ten and the SEC have announced that they will not be allowing professional players to return to college football. So I guess my issue here is like, why go back if two of the biggest conferences are potentially out of play for you as a college football player?
Well, I mean, at this rate, you just want to have any experience.
Just any experience.
You don't want to have a dead year where nothing happens. Because if you're not good enough to make an NFL roster, 1 year of inactivity is not going to help on that. Matter of fact, that'll probably hurt your chances at that rate.
Sure, you don't want a gap in your resume, I guess, right?
Right. So it makes sense to me that the specific conferences are taking a stand against this, and the Big Ten has already passed a statute. So there's nothing you can do in the Big Ten conference. You go pro, that's it. You're done. Bye. SEC just announced they're going to follow suit, but they haven't had their actual statute passed yet. I'm sure other conferences are going to join. To me, this is, even though this might seem like a separate issue, to me, this is another wrinkle in how I think college football, and strangely enough, Chip Kelly, I think this might have been the one thing he was right on.
The only thing he was.
I think we're getting closer to some sort of minor league football, some sort of separate super league.
There should be a middle ground between college football and the pros. We see it with hockey, basketball, baseball. They all have some kind of testing ground where new players go, right?
Yeah.
To get a little bit of experience before they're thrown into game action. So I think that the NFL would benefit from this. I guess the counterpoint to this being that football players typically have the shortest playing careers of the Big Four because it is such a violent game. Why would a player want to risk bodily injury playing for the Altoona All-Stars or something?
That's why I think it needs to come from college, though. It still needs to be like a college super league. It needs to be something where you take like a Big Ten conference and an SEC conference and maybe another major conference, and it's just like, we're going to form our own thing, and we're going to have our own separate rules, and it's going to be private so that we can make up the rules, and we don't have to be...
So under this proposed Super League, if I'm understanding correctly, it's just Chip Kelly's idea. You're not arguing for a minor league. You're arguing for a more standardized college league.
Yes, but it needs to be its own separate entity so that they're not governed by whether or not a court order goes through. That's kind of the problem with the NCAA, is because they're a college institution, a lot of their things get rescinded if the right player hires the right lawyer and they get the right legal system.
They don't have any bite to go along with their bark.
Yes.
A
super league would.
Right. But legally, a super league is difficult because is this an entity that's operating separate from the colleges that would be participating in it?
In a way, yes. Like it needs to, because it's not going to be governed by the NCAA. So yeah, they're not going to be happy about it. But they're just the word I like is feckless. They are completely feckless.
I do agree that I think they need some. I've always argued for more standardization in college football. Right now,
yeah. How about you? You always complain about the schedules and everything like that. If you had a designated super league, that's one of the things that could be easily taken care of. You create a standardized schedule. You know who your opponents would be.
I think it would be better. I think there would be a lot of benefits to it, from, like you said, the scheduling to the playoffs to how they manage.
I mean, look. What was every December, January we have this discussion? Yeah. Oh, well, if a team goes 11-0 in this, and
are they better than a team that goes 11-1? Or, how do you weigh teams that have play different number of games, or they get to decide their own opponents?
Yeah.
So you always have some Big Ten team steamrolling like a small school. Like, oh, we would, Penn State's like, oh, we want to play Temple. It's like, okay, well, congratulations. I guess who's going to win that one?
Yeah.
Every year. Don't they usually play them every year?
At some point.
They just steamroll them. It's like, okay, you're basically there needs to be some standardization. I think it would benefit college football in general. I understand the hurdles for doing so, but there needs to be something that corrals all these disparate groups and rulings to have a coherent, cohesive product on the field, right?
Right, but I to me, it would just be like if there was some sort of just separate super league this would tackle all these problems.
So that's what I'm saying. There needs to be
At least
some,
most of them.
There needs to be some kind of mechanism that they,
Because the NCAA can't pull this off. They just can't. How can you make a ruling and then someone with the right lawyer just comes in oh no, you're wrong. And the players right now are going to get the benefit of it. Sorry,
yeah,
it bothers me so much. College football.
It's
a shame. I really would like to love college. I would love to get into college football, but it's just it frustrates me so much.
Their catches aren't even catches. Prove me wrong. 1 foot in bounds. What is this? We're just going to give up halfway through the catch?
Oh, what?
Process of the catch be damned.
Oh, Mike. How about overtime?
What about overtime? What about overtime?
That they do that thing where it's like you set up the offenses going back and forth.
Do they have ties in college football?
No, they don't.
Then that's the one system they got right.
Oh, wow.
There you go. As long as the Super League keeps that, I'm okay with that.
Wow.
But no, we need some kind of way to standardize college football. I think it would be beneficial for so many different reasons. But back to the topic at hand, these NFL players, they were NFL players trying to go back to school and not to get, a degree that they didn't complete. When you say it that way, it sounds bad. But going back to college football just to play football, I don't think it should be allowed.
No.
I don't think it should be allowed. They declared for the draft.
The NCAA can't be just like a weird safety net. Oh, okay, I'll just head back to college. Right. No, that's lame.
I guess the saving grace is that they would only be eligible for 1 more year. So I guess it's not like they're going back and they're just going to play another 4 years or something. But yeah, I think if you declare for the draft, you don't get drafted, then you have to actually use the college degree you went to school for. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
All the rest of us had to figure out how to do it. So there you go. That's my statement on that.
Very good. All right. So there you go. That is the news of this past week there with football. However, we're not done with football yet. Mikey thought this would be a good thing to discuss because I keep texting Mike long texts about the articles that I love to read from Defector.com. Right before the NFL season starts. It's one of the ways I get pumped up for the NFL season to start, to be honest with you, is every day leading up to the NFL kickoff, Defector.com takes one team and tells them why they suck. And it's called Why Your Team Sucks. I love it. Every team gets roasted at some point. And this past week, the Eagles were the subject of it. So I don't know, should I just read the article and you just want to react as we go from that, or how do you want me to do this?
I mean, let's just call out some of the highlights of the article, I guess, and some of the low points and respond to them. I mean, do you have some of the highlights there?
Yeah. Do you want me to just read them?
Yeah. What highlights do you got there?
All right. So to start off the article, Defector.com says, Philadelphia, EAG. Oh, this is so exhausting to spell out. Makes me want to spit on something. Because that's how we started the season last year.
That is how we started with Jalen Carter getting ejected before the game because
that really is wild that happened to start the whole NFL season off. That was the kickoff. That was the NFL kickoff.
Hindsight's 2020, but it should have been a precursor of things to come, right?
Yeah. After winning a Super Bowl title in 2024, the Eagles went 11-6. That sounds respectable, but you guys were more miserable than Falcons fans. Go Birds, I guess. Has there ever been a franchise that's been this successful while having such miserable vibes? Papa Xanax or something. There's plenty of options in Kensington. So I think that's fair. I felt like every win was that's the next line. Every win was strangely dissatisfying. I think that's accurate, right? I felt like there was a weird twisting of the knife that happened.
Looking back on,
it was like a stay of execution. You knew this team wasn't gonna be Super Bowl bound.
Yeah, we had this weird thing going on where, we kept on catching whiffs of 2023, and you heard us mention it several times throughout the season. It feels like 2023 again. It feels like 2023 again. And we kind of lived in this world of delusion for a while because, as the article points out, we're a really stacked team, right? So we were just kind of skating by on pure talent. But at a certain point, the wheels just fall off, right?
Yeah. So the next paragraph is what you mentioned there. But because the Eagles had a loaded roster and because they played in the NFC least, they still made the playoffs with relative ease at 11-6. Yeah, I mean that's and I still think it's kind of like that this year. The only team that scares me is the Cowboys. That's it. Giants don't scare me. Good luck, Harbaugh. I don't think he's going to do that much. He might have a couple more wins, but I don't think he'll light the world on fire.
The Giants will definitely go through some growing pains. The Commanders, I still think they have some talented players, but there are still some unknowns. I think I'm a little bit higher on the Commanders than you are.
Yeah, because I don't think they're going anywhere.
You're not worried at all about them. I'm worried about what a healthy Jalen Daniels is going to do.
Jalen Daniels needs to be the real thing. That's the only way that team survives. If he's not, that team's going south fast.
That is a big if, but I mean, he put on a spectacular rookie performance, so we'll see if he can get back to form.
Yep. Then the article goes on to say that Christian McCaffrey doomed us with 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter of that wild card game.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was the end of our season last year. But the displeasure was sure to continue. First, the Eagles' best wideout, A.J. Brown, did that thing where a star wide receiver is disgruntled but refuses to explain why. Here to replace Brown is a grab bag of slobs, including a different Brown, Hollywood Brown, former Packers star Dontavian Wicks, and first-round pick Mekhi Lemon, who's already hurt. I thought that was an interesting breakdown of those 3 wide receivers.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little. This is one of the things where I think that the article might be a little unfair because I think Devontae Smith can be the true number 1. I think he's got what it takes. Yeah, the supporting cast is a little weaker than A.J. Brown, obviously, but I don't think it's all terrible in that regard.
I think the problem is if you compare it to other wide receiver duos, especially the Cowboys.
Yeah.
The Cowboys wide receiver duo of CD and Pickens looks far. That looks like in another dimension compared to what the Eagles are going to be trotting out there.
Yeah, I mean, we had arguably one of the best wide receiver rooms in the league to now just a somewhat above average wide receiver room outside of Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough, but I don't think it's as catastrophically bad as people are making it out to be.
Well, the article also goes into the team drafting tight end Eli Stowers, only to discover that he immediately sucks as a receiver.
He's not had a good training camp in preseason, has he?
Yeah, that's what they've been saying on the beat reports.
That is very concerning because he was supposed to be the heir apparent to Dallas Goedert, who's only on a 1-year deal. That guy has got 1 foot out the door.
Yep.
So they got to figure that out.
Is it just me or just tight ends? I feel like just tight ends in general just haven't been as good recently. I mean, I'm also someone that plays fantasy, so I think this might be a little bit biased. But it feels like that era is like over.
We got really spoiled by some incredibly historic tight end play between Gronk, Travis Kelce, Zach Ertz. I mean, those 3 guys revolutionized how people looked at the position of tight end. And I mean, there were some before them and some after them, but I feel like, yeah, we're on the decline of the tight end position. I feel like we're going to see lesser play out of the tight ends.
Oh, perfect time to invest more into it.
Right.
So this offense will again be dependent on Hurts and Saquon on somehow running for another 3,000 yards together behind an O-line that's a combined 500 years old. How fun.
So, yeah, I mean, the O-line, Lane Johnson just today was left practice because he got injured.
Great.
So there's no report on what it is or how serious it is, but yeah, the age of the O-line is concerning. Putting that much wear and tear on the tires of Barkley and Hurts is definitely not preferable, obviously.
Yeah. Then there's a whole bit about Jalen Hurts. That's a pretty long bit, but basically addressing the weird section of the fandom that wants Jalen Hurts to be gone as Eagles quarterback.
Yeah, people know on this show, I've always thought that it's weird people are so hype over Tanner McKee. What? Outside of like a couple of preseason games, the guy hasn't done anything. You can't.
It's just hype. It's just pure hype.
It's just pure hype. And like I would understand if he came in, Hurts gets injured, he comes in for 5-6 games, and he plays phenomenally. That didn't happen. We're going based off of like 2 preseason games he had
and 1 regular season game.
And 1 regular season game.
And he didn't do good in that 1 regular season.
No, he didn't. So I don't know what they're seeing. it's just so confusing to me. I mean, we've had quarterbacks in this town that did not have anywhere near the success of Jalen Hurts, who are revered. It's just very confusing to me. I'm going to stick with the Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
That's as simple as it is.
Yeah. The article says that these fans would rather be right than happy. And I think that's a great way to put it.
I think that's a hallmark of Philadelphia Eagles fans.
Yeah.
They play the doom and gloom card because it's an easy win. You can't be wrong if you're pessimistic.
Yep. All right, then you want to get to coaching.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, this is.
All right.
I like this part. Chat GPT from Chester, Nick Sirianni, could only find Sean Mannion to run this offense. You know it's bad when Brian Daboll willingly chooses Tennessee over your job. Also, Jeff Satlin isn't coming back to coach this O-line, no matter how many edible arrangements Eagles fans send him. It's over. Back to Mannion. Hurts hates operating under center, so naturally Mannion plans on forcing him to work under center way more often this season. Hurts never moves off of his first read, so Mannion plans to incorporate all kinds of funky new play designs that force the quarterback to survey the entire field. And Hurts only attempted 28 passes between the hash marks all of last season, so naturally Mannion plans on forcing Hurts to only throw between the hash marks this time around. This is the strategic equivalent of sticking a funnel down your quarterback's throat and pouring bleach into it.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I mean, so
I gotta say, that was pretty good.
that's pretty good. So he's not entirely wrong. And this is a completely new offense for Jalen Hurts. I tend to take the optimistic approach. I'm saying that Jalen Hurts, he's a student of the game. He loves football. He does not accept, poor performance. Like, he is the type of driven individual that's going to do anything possible to win. If that means changing his style, taking to the coaching, and just absorbing it all, then he's going to do that. Every report that I've read coming out of training camp has said that he has been so committed and determined to this new system. So that really, that gives me a lot of hope. Is it going to work on Sundays? I guess we'll have to find out, right?
Yeah,
It's going to
out.
be very, very different. But I want to hope right now that he can get it sorted.
Yeah. And then it goes off the article, a tidbit about Big Dom, because according to The Athletic, he wears a headset on the sideline during games and is formally considered a member of the coaching staff. And then it goes on to say the Jets might as well make the fireman Ed a goddamn coach, which I loved.
I will say, wholeheartly 100% agree. The Big Dom thing is so weird. Nobody knew about him until he got ejected.
Nobody else had none of the other 31 teams have a director of security that's as famous as Big Dom. That's weird.
It's crazy. He's clearly a mob enforcer. I don't know what's going on in South Philly. I don't want to know what's going on in South Philly. I don't know why he's on the team, how he finagled his way into the organization.
Why does he have a coaching headset? That's weird.
That's so weird. That's so weird. He's a fixer, right? Like, he's very clearly a fixer who's keeping it. Doesn't anybody find it weird that every other team has all these off the field issues, domestic violence, all the abuse, all these things? And the Eagles are always like squeaky clean. Like, we're always squeaky clean. What is he fixing? There's gonna be some 30 for 30 dark side of football that comes out in like 2047, like Big Dom and the Eagles. Where's he hiding the bodies?
So he's basically the Mike Ehrmantraut of the Eagles.
Where are the bodies? Where are the bodies? That's what I want to know. No, I mean, Big Dom it's weird to me.
It's very weird. And that's how the article
people like Big Dom
out.
more than Jalen Hurts.
Yes, that is weird.
Crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. I will agree there. The whole article is available on defector.com. It's a great read. If whether or not you love or hate the Eagles, it's perfect for both of them. If you hate the Eagles, you'll revel in it. If you love the Eagles, you'll laugh your ass off. I love it. Defector.com. They do a great job with the "This Is Why Your Team Sucks" series, and the Eagles were the target this week. So I had to bring that up. I do enjoy reading that. And I sent it to Mike. I sent it to Mike.
I enjoyed it.
I sent it to him via text message. I don't care. It's so good.
It's great. It's like a 17 paragraph text message. No, it's good though.
It's so good.
I've been enjoying them as well.
All right, so there you go. That is the sports news that we want to report on for this week. With that said, let's move on to our second topic. Revolves around movies, TV, and video games. It's time for the entertainment entree.
This is the entertainment entree, featuring news in movies.
The Simpson guy writes to movies. Dear Die Hard, you rock. Especially when that guy was on the roof.
Music.
What is that? I know what that is. That's music.
Video games.
Do a barrel roll. To barrel roll, press C or R twice.
Celebrities.
You really know Warren Beatty? Yes, I do. I took a leak next to him once at the Golden Globes.
And more.
We were the all singing, all dancing crap at the wood.
It's time for the entertainment entree.
All right, officially kicking off the entertainment entree. One of the topics that we do talk about in this is music and celebrities, and this was a big news story to come through on any news feed. Happened today. Dolly Parton officially passed away at the age of 80. I mean, I knew her, her stature. I knew her status among the community, not just as a music act, but also as an actress. But it's sad to say, like, I never got like a deep dive into her work, so I'm sure it's great.
Yeah.
But I know this is like two guys talking about,
No, I know. She's like the queen of country, right? But
Yeah.
and that's the thing is I was just never really into country, but the person, Dolly Parton, was such a huge philanthropist and did so much
That's great.
outside of the music as well. Like if you weren't into the country, you could at least appreciate the work she did, raising money for different charities. Of course, they're all going to escape me now. But she was like, I think even more than her music career. I mean, she did so much to try to make the world a better place.
That's good.
Take that fame and that money and that status and
You don't hear
put it
that
to
from
good.
every celebrity.
No, you don't. A lot of celebrities, they just try to, you can't take it with you. And she kind of, I guess, took that to heart. She donated so much money, gave so much of her time and effort and energy. So just a great individual who used that fame and status to put more good into the world.
She does kind of harken back to like classic country.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be against listening to more of her catalog.
Yeah,
I just never had a chance to.
I just never did. Yeah.
Like it's kind of apropos to bring this up because I've often said I hate current country. I can't stand this current twang country BS. I can't, pop country, whatever you want to call it. This current country I can't stand. The moment somebody puts that radio on, I want to like just smash the radio with a damn baseball bat. And somebody asked me, "Oh, would you rather have pop? Would you rather listen to pop country or Taylor Swift?" I'm like, I think I'd rather listen to Taylor Swift. I mean, at least Taylor Swift, Taylor
Swift is not bad. It's not. She's not really country either.
And she's doing it on her. I can respect the fact that she's doing it on her own.
Yeah.
Like she's the one making all the calls when it comes to her work and everything like that. So I have a little. I can swallow it a little bit better. But this current country, I can't stand it. It bothers me. I don't know why people love it. I don't know why we have like a fanatic radio station devoted to country. Like people love XTU.
People really, really like country.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I missed the boat on it.
Yeah, I have to plead ignorance.
I missed the horse on it. I don't know, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I have to plead ignorance. I don't listen to a lot of country. I listen to like maybe 5 or 6 Johnny Cash songs, and that's pretty much it.
Oh, see, thank you for hitting the nail on the head. This is not Johnny Cash.
Right. It's
like,
completely different.
It's funny because actually a couple weeks ago I took like I was listening to like Johnny Cash. I was listening to Highwaymen. I was listening to like Waylon Jennings a little bit. Like that's like its own thing. To me, that is not country. That is like its own.
That is country. What's
not the same word.
Happening today is different.
They call it like outlaw country. I've noticed on some like formats.
Outlaw country.
Yeah, I've seen that being used as a term. And you know what? Good, as long as it separates itself from country, the current term, because it's not the same thing. You go through the catalog of Waylon Jennings or Chris Christopherson or Johnny Cash. name one thing where they mention somebody's truck or somebody's party and I'm going to get drunk and it's going to be great. No, that's not a thing. That is current country. That is their weird shtick, and I don't understand it.
You know why I don't like current country is you just need to listen to one of Bo Burnham's older comedy songs, the country pandering song that he did. I don't know when he did it. It was years and years ago. But that sums it up perfectly. I don't remember all the lyrics, but basically he makes up a country song that panders to country music enthusiasts, and he hits all the key things about talking about the pickup truck, wearing jeans, and the scarecrow standing in a field. It's like this.
Yeah, why do we care about the jeans? Why is that a thing?
It's like overzealous Americana, like everybody wants to be rural, but like the people living in those parts aren't listening to that country music. It's people in the Philadelphia suburbs that think they're country, but they have like a horse farm in Bucks County or Chesco.
There's a horse farm in North Philly. I saw it.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I saw like there was this YouTube.
The Philly Cowboys. Yeah.
What are we doing?
People like horses.
I mean,
what's wrong with a horse? I say that I'm terrified. You will not see me near a horse. It's too big. Listen, an animal that can look me in the eyes is an animal I don't want any part of. That's why I also don't like geese, because when they fly, they're up here. They're looking you right in the eye. Which is
worse for you? Would you rather
a horse or a goose?
Goose or horse?
I'm dead either way in this. Like
I'm dead.
I'm dead. Yeah.
What the hell's happening in this scenario?
You've never had to fight a goose. I don't want to hear it.
I've never had to. No.
God, man.
I
fought 3 geese, 2 seagulls. What?
This is like
I've had to fight 5 birds.
This is like me with the cars on fire. I've seen multiple cars on fire, and you're like, no person should have seen that many cars on fire. You have this weird like PTSD with damn geese.
I've had to fight geese 3 times.
Yeah, I think that's 3 times too many.
Seagulls twice. You were there for one of them.
We ran away. We didn't fight them. We ran away.
Fight them. Well, yeah, but it was still.
It wasn't fighting. We ran away.
Okay.
That's fine.
I should not be engaged in bird shenanigans that many times in my life.
Bird
shenanigans. I feel like a normal person has like 1 or 2 bird shenanigans. I've had 5 and I'm done. I don't want any more. Seagulls down the beach, they terrify me. I hate birds. I hate them.
That's funny because we root for the Eagles and you say go birds.
I do, yeah. I do. It's an ironic twist of fate.
Yeah.
But anyway, the point is horses
and country music
and
Dolly Parton.
Boy,
we spiraled out of control.
I feel really bad for Dolly Parton because we took this segment, we made it into something it was not. Dolly Parton is an icon both in the music field and outside of the music industry, and she will be sorely missed.
That is definitely true.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of outpouring over her. So
I just wish I knew any of her catalog.
I never really took a deep dive into it.
Maybe if you're like us and you're not familiar, go check her out on Spotify or something. Maybe that's something everybody can do.
Yeah, I think so. I think that'd be a beautiful way to honor her memory. Other relatively shocking news in the TV world concerning one of our favorite IPs. News from the set of God of War's TV adaptation by Amazon hit a big snag as Ryan Hurst suffered a big injury and unfortunately will not be able to play Kratos anymore, which I'm disappointed in. I love Ryan Hurst. I mean, going back to remember the Titans and Sons of Anarchy, I thought this was going to be his chance to have a really big breakout role. But just bad luck. Like sports, it happens. Just wrong injury, wrong time. And he cannot fulfill the role of Kratos anymore. Instead, it will now be recasted, and Dave Bautista from WWE is going to be the new Kratos. Does that worry you in this God of War adaptation?
So, 2 things. One, the one photo they shared of Ryan Hurst as Kratos did not sell me on Ryan Hurst as Kratos, unfortunately. I think the photo was just a bad photo in general, so I don't want to base it all on that. So But then knowing Dave Bautista, seeing the roles that I've seen him in, I feel like, okay, he could pull it off. My concern, though, for Dave Bautista that I didn't have with Ryan Hurst is, can Dave Bautista play a stoic, serious, dramatic figure? He's played Drax. We've seen him in Dune, play a serious role, but not a leading role. Like, this is a huge role that has a lot of, people don't realize it, but emotional depth for Kratos, right? That I don't think Dave Bautista had. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know his whole filmography. I know he's played Drax. I know he's been in one of the Knives Out movies. I know that he's been in
He was in Bond.
Dune. He was in Bond.
He was a henchman. Yep.
Okay, a henchman. But again,
the lead henchman.
But again, does he have the emotional depth and dramaturgy to star in a role like that? I hope that he does. I hope that this is what takes him on the course of becoming the next Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, right? That'd be great for him. I mean, he's already on that trajectory, but this would like fully solidify it.
I guess it's a fair concern. I think here's another part of the problem, though, is who else would you replace him with? Because I bet you this is like crunch time. They need somebody who can get up to shape really fast and can attack the role. You don't have like a Schwarzenegger standing by anymore,
right?
Like it's gonna be very tough. It would have been very tough to try and do another casting call.
It would have been tough to do a casting call for somebody who wouldn't cost way more money.
Let me put it to you this way: would it, if you're in their shoes, is it more important to get somebody who physically can take on the role of Kratos, or somebody who can be more drama based with the role of Kratos?
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah. And I think they chose the physicality. I think they're like it's gonna be more difficult to find somebody to physically jump into the role.
Yeah, but in the age of CG and AI, could they not have just CG or AI'd somebody into
probably a lot more easier to just have somebody who
can just be muscled and
just ready to go
the whole time.
Yeah.
That's true. And I guess a lot can be fixed in post-production, so maybe they're hoping that he can at least be passable.
I don't think you can go the other way on this. I think you need somebody like Bautista, and maybe you can teach him the dramatics versus you can't. I don't think you can take like Christian Bale and be like get up to muscle speed in like 2 days.
Would Christian Bale be that?
I don't know. I just threw out a name.
Because you know who immediately popped to mind, and I know it would not work at all. I think it would be way too expensive, but Chris Hemsworth.
I mean, I guess he's already in shape with Thor, right?
And also, I mean, he plays a god. He just plays another god.
Well, another too. He'd have to shave his head.
Yeah,
that's another problem too.
That bald cap, you could. But also, he had a shorter haircut in the one.
No, but you gotta be completely bald for Kratos.
Yeah.
Batista's already bald, so that works out. That's
so you.
I think like it's weird. I think as much as it's like a first like shock, I think Bautista does kind of check off a lot of the things that they're looking for.
I think he does. I feel like,
and like beggars can't be choosers. This is a curveball you got thrown at.
I feel like he can get there though.
Yeah.
In terms of the acting, because Drax is a tough role. Like doing comedy is not just like a super simple thing. Like his timing, his delivery is all fantastic in Guardians of the Galaxy movies. So, and he was good in Dune. He wasn't a lead character, but he was good in Dune. So I don't mind the casting. Like I said, my main concern is, can he pull off the heavier scenes, right? Can he play sad? Right? Yeah. But I think that Kratos ever gets weepy, but he gets like somber.
But I think it's probably easier for them to take a muscle guy and teach him how to act versus
than to take a guy who can act and get him muscly.
Right. I think that's the problem.
He has a crash course of a couple weeks of acting lessons. He's got an on-stage coach. They do take after take after take. They tweak it in post-production. Sure.
Yeah.
But like muscles is muscles and stature is stature, and he just fits the bill.
Yeah, and he can get up to speed very quickly on that.
And he wouldn't cost an arm and a leg like a Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. And also, Hemsworth probably is going to be busy with doomsday stuff. He's going to have to go to all the premieres. He's going to have to do all the interviews and stuff with that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's another thing too. You got to get somebody who's free.
Yeah.
Yeah. Considering the mess that they're in from the Ryan Hurst injury, I think this is probably their best option.
I think even with my concerns, I like Dave Bautista better than Ryan Hurst. And I know it pains you to hear that, but I don't know. I don't know anything about this Ryan Hurst. He looks like he could fit the bill, but the one.
Well, you remember the Titans, don't you? Don't tell me you don't remember the Titans.
I remember the Titans. Who do you play? Remember the Titans?
He was the guy that gets in the accident. Spoiler alert.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Sorry, it is a 25-year-old movie. If you haven't seen it, sorry.
He plays that guy.
Yeah, that was Ryan Hurst. That's one of his first roles. Yeah,
oh, good for him. I'm looking up pictures now. He looks like he could have played a Kratos. But yeah, I think that one set photo they released, and
then Sons of Anarchy. Oh my God, I didn't watch. That was you want to talk about depth? He had some really tough scenes in Sons of Anarchy.
It sounds like we might be missing out there from what you say.
Unfortunately, we won't know now. But if he was going to be Kratos, I would say look back on Sons of Anarchy. He had a lot of tough roles. There's a lot of tough scenes he had to perform in that.
They just made him look so goofy in the one photo. I think a lot of my opinion of him as Kratos is tinged by that one photo they released where he just looks ridiculous.
That damn photo!
No, you know the photo I'm talking about, right?
What, the one with the kid?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was all right.
You thought it was all right? Atreus looks like
it wasn't the best.
Oh, man. All right.
I don't know. I guess I have rose-colored glasses for Ryan Hurst. I thought he was fine. But unfortunately, that's not anybody's call now. He's hurt. He's on the shelf. Can't do anything about it. So it's all what it is. It is all up to Mr. Dave Bautista. Hopefully he comes through and we'll see him act.
I like the recast, but that's just because I'm not that familiar with Ryan Hurst. From what you say, it sounds like we're potentially missing out on.
I feel like we are, but you can't do anything. If it's an injury that severe, you know.
They can't delay shooting.
Yeah, right. You can't delay shooting.
Time is money.
Speaking of time is money, we are reaching the last portion of our show. That means it's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news.
Snack time!
Oh no, what have you done?
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Oh, Howard, excuse me, but your wife's cookies are out of this world.
Who told you you can eat my cookies?
You've opened up the non-fortune cookie odd news.
Holy shnikes.
Nanda de basata. I don't make this stuff up.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
I'll take a pound of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts! That'll be $4, baby! You want fries with that?
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
Oh, it's Hoagie Fest. Let me pull over this asteroid. What?
This is the non-fortune cookie odd news.
Oh, these cookies! Put that cookie down! Now!
What does Rich have in store for us?
So sit back, get everything you need to get from the kitchen. Be sure and empty the bladders and go to the bathroom because you're in for a hell of a ride.
Woo, odd news.
That's right, everyone. It's time for the non-fortune cookie odd news. Here in this segment, Rich researches the news, he reads the news, and I react to the news. He finds a weird and wacky story and keeps it hidden from me, which ensures that all of my reactions are my genuine gut reactions to hearing this story for the very first time. I don't know what's about to happen. You guys don't know what's about to happen. And even Rich doesn't know what's about to happen because these stories always take us down wacky and wild paths. I'm ready to get started. Where are we heading to?
Actually, in this story, I thought this was appropriate because we're going to go see Book of Mormon this weekend.
Yes, we are.
So this is a story that has to deal with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Oh, boy. Okay. Buckle up.
And this takes place in Kaysville, which is a suburb outside of Salt Lake City.
That makes sense.
So we're in Utah for this one.
Oh, boy.
Well, unfortunately, no matter how worried you are about your upcoming marriage, setting fire is never the best way to handle it. It's not good.
Oh, now you fucked up. You have fucked up now.
Yeah, not good.
It's a fire of passion.
Oh, stupid up in here.
Yes, that is because police allege that a 25-year-old woman started a blaze inside a Utah church as family members were setting up for the wedding that day, according to the church.
Tried to burn the church down to get out of the wedding.
The evidence has been falsified.
That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing scared bride set fire to the church to get out of getting married. They marry them young out there. She must have been like 15.
No, she's 25.
That's old.
Oh,
Rich, listen to me. You do not watch The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. I do. 25 is old.
So what?
Yes.
They're like.
Oh yes.
They're like. You're lucky we found a guy at this rate.
Oh yes. In Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, there is.
I forgot you watched this
that's
show.
A great show.
Oh my
that's
God.
a great show.
Mike's gonna lead everybody into a deep dive here.
There's a wife on that show. I can't remember her name. She was like 23 when the show started, already had 2 kids, had been married and divorced by the age of 23. I'm like,
whoa.
Yeah, 25.
That's a lot.
25 is old, Rich. The oldest person on that show was like 31. Anyway,
All
so
right.
25, she is one of the old hags. They're
she's
just
an old
lucky
hag.
they found someone for her.
The old hag. You should be lucky at this rate.
So
Should be grateful.
So she set fire to the church.
So, according to arson investigators, the blaze appeared to have started beneath a chair that was stacked along a wall in the church's Relief Society room.
What?
I don't know what the hell that means. Is that
Relief Society room?
The Relief Society room. I don't know what is that a special term for bathroom? I don't know. The Relief Society room. Does anything come up? No.
I looked up what it is, and it's like one of those definitions that just says the word is the definition. Google AI overview said a Relief Society room is a dedicated meeting space inside local meeting houses of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, used primarily by the Relief Society.
Ah,
of course.
Of course.
Why? Oh, naturally.
The Relief Society room.
It says it's a women's organization.
Ah, there you go.
Well,
yeah, if you're going to start a fire, start it in the women's section. That's the only place you're allowed to go as a woman, so it makes sense.
There's a whole subreddit for Latter-day Saints. What are the rules of the Relief Society room? Let's see.
Yeah. Is there a post? Is there a thread? Can we figure out more about this?
It says they say that it's special.
Wow.
The handbook
What a definition.
The handbook doesn't say anything I can find. The people say it's a sacred room.
Oh boy, yes. Of course.
I don't know. I'm scared to keep reading this. I don't want the algorithm to get any ideas.
This is where you get your relief from society. The Relief Society room.
Honestly, that sounds great. Where can I sign up? Is there a room I can go to like escape from society? That sounds magnificent.
All right. Well, unfortunately for this church, that's not what this ended up being, because in the Relief Society room, under one of the chairs appeared to be items that were out of the ordinary, including a tampon with the applicator on the floor. Okay, so
that's it.
That's it there. Then
that wasn't that. I mean, I guess I don't know. Is that out of the ordinary? I feel like you find them on the ground sometimes, just like out and about. I don't know.
According to cops, the perpetrator here is 25-year-old Lenita Moreno. She allegedly also stole 2 cigarette lighters from the Ace Hardware store an hour before the fire started.
Why does this seem like such a low-level crime? It's just a light. She stole 2 lighters, and it was like a loose tampon?
Yeah, that was spread out in the Relief Society room.
This sounded like an inferno. This sounds like a trash can fire.
Yeah.
I had like sky-high hopes for like she's like this raging holy inferno, and now it's just like Dwight setting fire in a trash can to teach the office people.
That's closer to that. Yeah.
What a letdown. Come on, Secret Wives or Secret whatever Mormon.
When the arson investigators were searching around, Moreno's finance. Moreno. It's been a long day. Finance. Moreno's fiance told police that he had noted that his wife had been in the Relief Society room for a couple of minutes. Oh,
That's very
wow. Deduction.
If there's one thing I've learned from watching Secret Lives of Mormon Housewives or whatever that show is called, The Secret Wives, leave it to a Mormon man to throw that wife under the bus.
Yeah.
They don't hesitate at all. They're like, she did it.
Yeah, this guy flat out was just like, I think I might have noticed her in that room where the fire began.
She was muttering something about burning down the church. I don't know.
I thought she was talking about the party afterwards.
Right, yeah.
Burning down the house. I thought she was going to do that. I didn't know she was going to do it at the church.
No, he was fully blaming her, just in the most polite way.
Cops also noted in the police report, Moreno, who was originally from Wyoming, was, quote,
an interloper.
That Wyoming weirdo. Moreno, who is also from Wyoming, noted in the police report, quote, she's found to be continually deceptive and took drastic steps to hide her objects. I don't think these guys have heard Florida stories.
No, they have not.
Yeah, there are other things that could be
She
more
was
drastic.
hiding the lighter. She put it in her pocket.
She had it spilled out in that relief room. How dare you? Boy, yeah, you haven't read Florida stories.
I know some women who could hide a machine gun in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of places you could have hid those
this
items.
This is like really, really tame by Odd News standards.
Right, by our Odd News standards, this is very tame. But for them,
in Florida, at this point, she would have punched the cops.
Naked.
She would have spit on the husband. She would have said that she was abducted by aliens and that God sent her on a holy mission to burn down the church.
She would have taken a dump on the altar.
She would have done just horrible crimes against humanity. This is tame. This is like kindergarten crime compared to Florida.
Yeah, but for
Utah, you gotta do better.
But for Utah, this is
outrageous.
Scandal. Yeah.
1 tampon, 2 stolen lighters. This is the most action those cops have seen in decades.
Yeah. Also, I don't know how this got through, but according to the investigators, they also found that Lenita Moreno and her fiance never got a marriage license from the state for the wedding that was going to occur that day. Can you even go through with the wedding? I thought that's like a thing for most religions.
If it's a religious wedding, oh yeah. I was gonna say
most officiants want to have you're actually doing this.
I was gonna say I got mine the day after because we did not have a religious ceremony.
Well, this is a religious
ceremony.
ceremony.
Is a religious ceremony, so it's different. I guess you got to do it the other way around. You got to get legally married, then do the whole.
That's what we had to do.
Thing.
Yeah. So I would imagine any religion. I'd imagine if it's they would want to have proof that you're actually married.
I think a lot of people don't know the proper order of operations because I tried to get mine before. They're like, "Did you have the ceremony yet?" I was like, "No." They're like, "Well, you got to go to the ceremony first." I was like, "Okay." So I don't know. Maybe the Norristown courthouse just did it wrong for me. I have it.
That's what
I have it. That's what matters.
That's what matters. At the end of the day, you have it.
And I paid for extra copies, so I know.
Good. All right. Well, Lenita Moreno did not. And the fiance didn't.
They didn't get any copies.
They didn't get anything. Yeah.
I don't think they ever intended to get married.
No.
I think it was a sham because I feel like the Mormons are tricky.
Well,
no offense to any Mormons listening.
Well, definitely on Lenita Moreno's side, she definitely did not want to go through with this.
Yeah.
There was a ruling by the district court judge that showed Moreno had clear and convincing evidence that she did this and that, quote, she would constitute a substantial danger. Wow.
She set a tampon on fire.
Yeah.
I don't understand what's going on here.
I would like to have this district court judge be transferred to Florida and have his head explode.
Yeah, right.
This is nothing. You want to talk about dangers.
The oddest thing about this story is that it's so not odd compared to other odd news that we're confused at the reaction to the non-oddity.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense to anyone?
Utah, bless your heart.
Oh, bless your heart, yeah.
Just you don't.
They're so young and innocent there in Utah.
You don't know what odd news truly is.
Oh, they haven't had any potatoes shoved up their butts recently. Oh, that's an odd news story. That's a deep cut.
That's a deep cut.
That's a deep cut.
And another religious one too was a priest.
Yes, it was.
That was a priest.
It was a priest.
Got a potato stuck up there.
The Mormons, for all their kookiness, they don't got any potatoes up butts. Let me tell you. At least that hasn't come up on my show yet. But I'm only in season 3. So.
Yeah, the cops they're coming down hard on Miss Moreno here.
Well, she lit a tampon on fire, Rich.
Oh, man, how dare you?
How dare you?
In the Relief Society room. How dare you?
Right, exactly. The most sacred of rooms.
Yeah. That's where we get relief.
Right.
Where am I supposed to get my relief?
Right, of course.
I'm now stressed out this whole damn week.
I can't get any relief.
No relief. Anyway, Lenita Moreno was charged with aggravated arson, theft, and providing false information to police. Damn, they really came down hard on her.
They really threw the book at her. I was picturing this church in a roaring inferno, a holy blaze, like retribution from God, striking them down. This was a trash can fire.
Yeah, that's all this was. In the relief room.
This, like, it was blown so far out of proportion, at least in my mind it was.
Yeah, but for Utah, this is like...
For Utah, this is
apocalypse.
Utah needs to take like a whole week vacation now collectively. This is shaking them to their core.
Yeah, they're going to be closed now for the next 3 weeks.
the whole state.
The whole state.
Just immediately, boom, fences up all around the state.
Yeah.
We're done. We're closed.
Bye.
Nobody in or out. You take a break.
Yeah.
Utah's like, it's not you, it's us.
Yeah. But there you go. That is a true story there. The case of Lenita Moreno.
Man, when you said Mormons, oh man, my mind was racing. Because let me tell you, I've been watching that show. I've seen Book of Mormon. They get up to some stuff.
They do? It sounds like they don't.
It sounds like they don't, but they do. They're crazy. I don't want to say they're crazy. I don't want to disparage. They're unique and different. I'll say that. You should watch The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, and you're going to see Book of Mormon.
I'm going to see Book of Mormon.
You can change your whole outlook on things.
So I'll definitely have a different outlook when I come out of that show.
Because you said Mormon, I was like, oh boy. And it was just a trash can fire.
Yeah.
With a lonely... There must have been more than just a tampon. All they mentioned was the tampon. That was the most egregious thing to them.
Yeah.
Was a tampon.
Is that because, like, oh, we don't want to see a tampon? Ugh.
I feel like if you're walking around in, like, any city, you'll probably see one on the sidewalk somewhere.
Yeah.
Randomly, you know?
I don't know.
Sure.
As men, I'm not supposed to see that.
I can't see. That's unholy.
Ugh.
I can't be aware of women's things.
Ugh. I must go watch football now.
Let's go watch football to cleanse my eyes with holy water. It burns.
Football. I must go see BYU immediately.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So there you go. That was a true story there from Utah. Yeah.
Good old Utah.
Try harder. Go. Try harder.
So wholesome.
Try harder or go to Florida. That's my advice to you guys.
They would lose their minds.
That's correct. Oh, man. And there you go, folks. That's what I have for you this week in the non-fortune cookie odd news. And that is what we have for you on this episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you heard, make sure you go to our website, thecrispynoodle.com. Make sure you follow us on social media. But most importantly, make sure you have a way to get the podcast sent to you every week. We have 2 main ways to do that. First is on our YouTube page. Go to YouTube and search Crispy Noodle Podcast and hit that subscribe button so that you get the podcast sent to you every week when it's available. The full video podcast is on there. And make sure that you get the podcast sent to you every week with being a subscriber on YouTube. Second main way is on Spotify. We put the video podcast up on Spotify. You can watch us there, but you can also put us in the background on Spotify and listen to us as an audio-only podcast. And then if you have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, you can use Spotify and take us on the go with you using those apps. So wherever you're driving, if you're driving out to Utah or a wedding where someone needs help and needs to light a fire and you're going to help them, take us on the go with you. Why not? You can enjoy the Crispy Noodle Podcast wherever you go in these United States of America.
There you go. Brilliant.
And sure, I guess around the world too. I mean, I don't know, whoever listens.
We're global. We're international.
It is the internet.
Take us anywhere.
Yeah.
And you can reach us anywhere in the world individually on Blue Sky if you want to share your sports, entertainment, or odd news stories. I'm at Mikey Costanzo, MikeyCostanzo.
And I'm at Rich Liebig, RichLiebig. Find us on Blue Sky. Let us know what's happening. Find us on social media. And let us know if there is a topic you want us to talk about on a future episode, or in the comments. You can put a comment on the YouTube video or on the Spotify video. You can leave a comment. Let us know what you thought, and let us know if there's a topic you want us to discuss on a future episode of the Crispy Noodle Podcast. And if we do, we'll give you a sausage shout out, because why the hell not? This is our show. We can do whatever we want.
That's right. That's right.
Suck on that, Utah, with your lame odd news stories.
Yeah.
All you judges go to Florida. Have your head explode. Bye. This is the Crispy Noodle Podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys
later. Bye-bye, all you fine peoples. Good night.
Some of us have great stories, pretty stories that take place at lakes with boats and friends and noodle salad. A lot of people, that's their story. Good times, noodle salad.